Hey guys, welcome to the pond, or welcome back to the pond. I'm Jelena Prophet with Duck Pond Detailing, and today we're gonna see if we can transform this extremely muddy truck. Okay guys, so you saw in a couple of videos ago that I did a rinseless wash on this truck with showing you guys my basic exterior package. Now this truck went to the dump a few days ago and got a bunch of mud all over the rocker panels, on the wheel wells, the wheels. So this car is going to need to be cleaned, and it's going to need to be cleaned a little deeper, a little harder than we cleaned it a couple weeks ago. So I'm going to show you my process in today's video on how I handle trucks that are a little bit dirtier than the typical detail that you're going to want to do when you're maintaining your vehicles. Now, before we move on with today's video, I would just like to say thank you guys so much for all the love and support that you've been giving me, and thank you, Aaron, and everybody who was able to raise some money through the GoFundMe. I really appreciate you guys. All that money is going to go to good use, and also I'm going to pay it forward. Now, how am I going to pay it forward? Well, first of all, once we hit 1,000 subscribers on this channel, I'm going to be doing a huge giveaway. So please leave in the comments down below some tools and products that you guys would like to win by entering once we get 1,000 subscribers. Already, with the money that you guys were so gracious to give me, I was able to get a Tonneau as well as an air compressor. I was able to get a DA, and I'm also saving the rest of that money for that business license. Now, I will let you guys know that entire process when we are officially launched as a full-blown business, legal in California, where I'm able to do a bunch of different cars. We'll do a dedicated video on that, but as for right now, we're going to continue doing our friends, family referral basis. Now, today's not going to be a typical detailing 101 video where I'm going to have like cool b-roll and show you like the entire process. Today's going to be a little bit more of a wash and talk type video. So I'm going to showcase some products I haven't tested yet in today's video, some products that just launched, and yeah, we're gonna have a really good time transforming this car. So I hope you learned something today, hope you're able to relax today, and yeah, let's get to it. Alright guys, so the first part of this wash process that we're going to do is we're going to load up our foam cannon with some Armor Detail Supply Decon soap. Now, Armor Detail Supply so graciously sent me the soap to try. Haven't tried it before, and I'm really excited to. So the reason why we're going to be using this today as a pre-foam in our foam cannon is because it is a higher pH soap. So it has a little bit more cleaning power, and the surfactants are a little bit heavier. So we're really going to be able to clean all the mud that you guys saw off this truck, and also just give the wheels and tires a really deep clean that they haven't had before. So let's hear what Armor Detail Supply has to say about their product. They say it's a specially formulated shampoo that offers heavy-duty clean for your vehicle. It's made with biodegradable ingredients and degreasing agents with a pH of 12. It's designed to break down old protection and remove various types of contaminants such as dirt, grime, bugs, and stains. So for diluting, we're going to want to put 1 to 3 ounces into the foam cannon, depending on the level of stripping required. So we're not going to be wanting to strip the paint of its protection. We're just going to want to help clean some of that dirt off the car. So we are going to go with 1.5 ounces in the foam cannon. So I'm going to go ahead and fill this foam cannon up to about 500 mLs, because we're only going to foam the car once, and we're going to foam our wheels and tires. Alright, so I filled it up with just a little over 500 mLs. We're going to shake up the soap to make sure that, you know, everything is mixed well. I'll give it a smell test for you guys. It smells really clean. It smells a little fruity. Yeah, kind of fruit punchy. It doesn't smell like Kool-Aid, like their pH neutral shampoo, but it smells very fruity. It smells really good. I probably should stop huffing chemicals. I might lose brain cells. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and put 1.5 ounces in the foam cannon. I like that. It's very thin. It's got the same consistency of their normal shampoo. Very thin, easy to dilute. As you can see, it doesn't leave anything really behind in the little dilution cup, so that's really nice. We like that. So, off to a great start. Okay, so we are also going to put in 1/2 ounce of the Decon soap into our wheel bucket to add some more lubrication and cleaning power. All right, we're going to shake it up one more time, and we're going to put in 1/2 ounce. and I can give you guys a gauge on the slickness of this. It is definitely slick. It's slick. I like that. I like it a lot. And we're gonna go ahead and put our wheel mitt in there, our elote brush from DIY Detail, Detail Factory tire brush, and our Detail Factory little boar's hair detail brush. All right, you guys, let's go clean some wheels and tires. All right, you guys, so you saw in the close-ups earlier that this wheel well, it's carpeted and it just loves to hold on to dirt. So I got my turbo nozzle that I'm going to use to spray out the dirt. You guys want to be careful when you're using the turbo nozzle on carpeted wheel wells because it's just a straight stream of water and it's only turning. So if you get a little too close, you can potentially damage the carpet inside, and you can also leave lines in the carpet, so it will look really noticeable. So you just want to be mindful of that. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. All right, so now that is all taken care of, I'm going to switch my nozzle back to a 40 degree. And what we're going to do to clean the wheels and tires, we are going to be using the Clean all-purpose cleaner from Armor Detail Supply. It was sent to me by the boys at ADS, so again, I thank you guys for that. This is diluted 4:1. This is their highest dilution that they recommend. They recommend this for dirty jobs such as wheels and tires, engine bays, or things that are extremely dirty. So this is the dilution ratio that we'll be using today. So we are going to be testing it out first on these wheels and tires to see how well it does. Now, I like this product already because of the dilutability. And I don't know if you guys can see really well, but it's already browning this tire, which is great. So, yeah, it's doing a great job of browning the tire. All right, we're gonna spray a little bit into the brush and we're gonna agitate. And it's got a nice foaming ability, which is, I like that. So, and you can see it's brown. It is definitely pulling the dirt and the oxidation off the tires, which is good. That's everything that you want out of a tire cleaner. And for this to be just an all-purpose cleaner diluted 4:1, that's pretty amazing. Okay, so I'm done with that. I'm gonna go ahead and rinse the tire off. Now I'm gonna take my nozzle off and put my foam on it. We're gonna go and spray the face of the wheel, get inside the barrels. This smells like an all-purpose cleaner, which is nice. It's not caustic. It's not making me cough, but it, you know, smells like a cleaner. All right, let's go ahead and foam. Look at that foam, you guys. That's awesome. Good foam from the Decon soap, and we only have 1.5 ounces in here, so pretty cool. All right, so we're gonna take the elote brush. We're gonna use it to get in between here. You can see, the dirt that the Decon soap and the all-purpose cleaner is pulling off of the barrels. So that's nice. All right, now we're gonna move on to the faces. Get in the lug nut area. Now, I am not wearing gloves, again, because I am testing some new products today, and I just like to see how they feel. You know, I think you can get a better judge of slickness without gloves on, and also you can see if there's surfactants and chemicals that are in the cleaners if they're too harsh and, you know, they hurt your hands. So it's always good to just feel things out. All right, so our wheel and tire is nice and clean. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other three, and I'll come back to do the pre-foam. Okay guys, so on the parts of the car that have a lot of mud caked up onto them, like the rocker panels down here and stuff, instead of going with a high pressure rinse, we are first going to pre-treat with our APC, and we're going to go ahead and foam that decon soap on. And the reason why we want to do that is if we come in with a high pressure rinse, you can see there are chunks here that are thick, and if you spray that off, that's going to go up onto the rest of the car and scratch the paint. So we don't want to do that. What we're going to want to do is pre-treat it with our APC, because as you guys can see, what that's going to do is that's going to help seep into that dried mud. It's going to rehydrate it and make it easier for our decon soap to strip it off the surface when that snow foam falls off. All right, let's go and do the rest of the parts of the car that got this ugly dirt on it, and then we're going to foam on. All right guys, so now that we have the lower panels that have the dirt on them pre-treated with the APC, we're going to foam on the decon soap as a kind of impact foam, pre-rinse foam, because we're going to really want to attack that heavy dirt, and we need something a little, you know, something that's got a little bit more bite, like a 12 pH foam. All right guys, so you can clearly see how intensely thick this foam is. It's really thick and it's sticking onto the surface really well, which is exactly what we want this to do, because we want it to cling onto the paint and clean it. So you can see here where all that mud is, it is being broken down and pulled down here. If you guys can see, is being pulled down off the surface like we want it to. So this is great stuff. Good stuff. All right guys, so now it is time to rinse the surface, but I'm first going to show you where we had all the dirt build up. Now it is totally safe to do a high pressure pre-rinse because we've allowed the APC and also the decon shampoo to dwell on the surface to help break down that dirt and pull some of the big chunks off. So here we go. And look at that, just with one pre-foam and the APC, we got about 85 to 90% of all the dirt and contamination off. Now we're gonna hit it again with the APC, do another foam, but it's not gonna be decon this time, I'll show you in a little bit. And we're gonna go in for the contact wash, and that should be able to take care of whatever residual dirt is still on the surface. So let's go in for the rinse, and then we'll come back and foam on and do the contact wash. Alright guys, so since this is a wash and talk, I just wanted to show you guys another area where we treated with the APC and decon soap to just show you how amazing that this combo is, that using an all-purpose cleaner and a high pH soap can really attack that organic material on the car, and it also won't affect your sealants if they are tough enough, if they're new, and also depending on the dilution that you use. So I'm gonna rinse. And you guys can see that basically 95 to 99% of all the dirt and contamination that was sitting here is completely gone. And if you can look up here, which I'll adjust the angle so you guys can see a little better. So you can see here that the hydrophobics from the pan spray sealant is unaffected even with using APC and a high alkaline soap. So number one, the pan spray sealant is really chemical resistant and amazing, which is awesome, but also it shows you that you don't need to be scared of alkaline soaps because you may think they'll totally strip what's on your car. That's not necessarily true. pH isn't everything. You also have to take into account things like the type of surfactants used, the degreasing agents and stuff. So as you can see, we are safe, we are good. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish rinsing. We are going to do another foam on the surface. Since the car was extremely dirty, we don't want to go straight into a contact wash because there still could be contamination on the surface. So we're going to want to increase lubricity, and we're going to do that with Incredible Suds Take 2 by DIY Detail. Ivan sent this to me, and you guys, I am so excited to try it in today's video and show you guys because, as you can see, I've already used almost half the bottle. This stuff is amazing. I do have Incredible Suds Take 1 or version 1. So we can, if you guys want, leave in the comments below to do a comparison from this version to the old version. So we're gonna fill up the foam cannon the same amount that we did before. So we got the foam cannon about halfway full, which is probably about 600 mLs. So we're gonna take our Incredible Suds Take 2. And by the way, you guys, it has the same grape scent. It smells like grape. And we are only, since it is halfway full, it is not full, we're only gonna put in just a little less than 1 ounce in. We'll probably do only half an ounce to show you guys that this stuff still foams. So what is different about this, as Ivan says, first off, you guys will be able to see here, difference in consistency. Now it is still way thicker than some of the other soaps that I've showcased on this channel. As you can see, it still sticks in here. However, what is amazing about this is that it's thinner than before. And also, what is different about this time is they increased the cleaning power. They also increased the slickness. So it's not just a version 2 that's thinner, it's a version 2 that's better. So we're gonna do that. Our foam cannon. All right, and now we're going to do the bucket. All right, you guys, so we got our bucket filled up, and what is so great about this is that the dilution ratio in your bucket is insane. The dilution ratio is 1 to 1,000. Usually car soaps nowadays that have insane bucket dilutions are 256 to 1, like most rinseless washes. But DIY is pushing the limits. So all that means is you need half an ounce in your 5-gallon bucket. Now, you guys can see that the formula is thicker than most car soaps. As you can see that it's not just coming out with rinsing alone. So I'm gonna have to use my finger a little bit to, help that product get out. Not a big deal though. It's just, you know, if you want to be, I don't know, save like 5 seconds, it's nice that, you know, some products are a little thinner, but that's not really the issue. And Ivan says that you can't really get rid of that thickness in the soap because that's what makes Incredible Suds have Incredible Suds. We're also going to be using their brand new Incredible Wash Mitt V2. It's kind of like the Wash Boss, where it's got these longer fibers and these smaller inner chenille type fibers. So it's great. It's got this nice purple color, which to match the Incredible Suds, but I like it because it's like a lavender color. So we're going to use that, and you know, it's fun to showcase a new product for you guys that like just came out. So it's got great slickness already, and we didn't put much in there. So I'm going to foam it up for you guys so you can see that this does have Incredible Suds. Look at that, you guys. Only ½ an ounce in here. Crazy sauce. Okay guys, it is time to refoam the car for the contact wash. But before we do that, I'm going to go ahead and treat this area that didn't get all the mud off of it, because the mud that is here, stuck here on the driver's side, has been stuck there for quite a while before, you know, I've even started detailing this truck. So we're just going to hit that again because, you know, we want to get this car completely clean. So I'm going to go ahead, set this down, and we are going to go ahead and foam our Incredible Suds. Guys, we didn't even put in a full ounce in here, and it is thick foam. It's probably, you know, this is probably the thickest foam. Just saying. I'm gonna pull y'all in because this is awesome. All right, guys, I'm having trouble focusing the camera since, you know, white in direct sunlight is hard to focus on, but just as an example, look at how thick that is. You guys, it's awesome. Alright guys, so since this is a wash and talk, we can go ahead and talk about Incredible Suds, especially something a lot of people don't know about Incredible Suds. A lot of people don't know that Incredible Suds actually is not pH neutral. And, okay, sorry to interrupt myself, but it's slick. It's slick, you guys. That's nice. I really like that. Slickness is good. Now again, I'm gonna say this again. I'm wearing my Yum hat, you guys. Yum cars, you know, their wash is still the slickest soap I've ever tried. You know, this, for Incredible Suds, I haven't tried their version 1, so I can't really say if it is slicker than, you know, their first version, but I can tell you that it is really slick and it is competitive with, you know, most soaps on the market. And it does have some great cleaning ability. As you can see, the mitt is dirty. We're gonna go ahead and dump it in to our wash bucket. And yes, I'm only using the 1 bucket method because there's no point in a 2 bucket method. The foam rinse foam method takes care of that. As you can see, with 1 dunk and squeeze, our wash mitt is totally clean again. All right, so I'm just gonna go around the car and I'm gonna wash it. And there's a part of the car that we're gonna get to that is specific to trucks that needs to be cleaned in a specific way. Yeah, so what most people don't really think about when cleaning a truck is these trucks have those tonneau covers, and they're almost a fabric type material. And so technically you can clean them with your car soap when you do your contact wash. However, they hold on to dirt in a very specific way, and they get faded from the sun. So there's a dedicated product that not only helps clean, but helps condition and rejuvenate that part. of the truck. So we're gonna do that after, you know, we go around and do the contact wash. So, since we're talking, how have you guys been? How is your September treating you? Mine is treating me well. I hope your guys' week is gonna go good, you know, since it's Monday. I hope last week went well. All right. And for all y'all who are like, oh my gosh, you're not redunking and stuff, I'm flipping the wash mitt, so y'all can chill out. There are so many keyboard warriors that, you know, it's dumb. It's so dumb. But yeah, I really like, it's nice to wash a car, especially in the evenings, which is what I do, because, you know, it's still warm in Southern California, because like I've said in previous videos, our summer peaks in August, September. So it's hot during the day, but since fall's starting, it gets cold or cooler at night and cooler in the mornings. So, all right, I'm gonna finish up washing this and show you guys what we do for the tonneau cover. Alright guys, so as promised, I'm going to show you how to clean your tonneau bed cover. Now, 303 makes a tonneau cover and convertible top cleaner. What's nice about this is it does remove tough stains, it rinses residue free, and it is safe also on hard tops and soft tops. So what this does is it doesn't just clean your tonneau cover or, you know, your soft tops or hard tops, it also rejuvenates it, because what you'll notice is even with me contact washing this, when it dries, there's still brown on it, because I don't know if you can see, there is texture on this where dirt gets stuck in it. So before we rinse the vehicle, it's nice it's still got some soap on there. We're going to go ahead and spray it down, and we are going to use the DIY Detail wheel and body brush sent by Ivan LaCroix, and we're just going to scrub. So this is not only going to clean, it's going to rejuvenate, and the bristles of this, you can see, are dirty, because even with that contact wash, there's still dirt stuck in here. So we're going to go and finish the rest of this tonneau cover, and we're going to rinse. Okay guys, time to dry the vehicle, and today we're going to be using Adam's detail spray as our drying aid. It does have a little bit of protection in it. It's probably only going to last a week or two at most. It's not stout like Armor Detail Supply Amplify is, but we are using it today because I have some, and I just really like the smell of it. It smells like strawberries, and it just reminds me detailing with my grandpa. So we're going to use that. And we're going to use the Rag Company Liquidator drying towel. And look at that. It dries so great. And the Adams Detail Spray does add some gloss to the surface. They claim a just waxed look. And you know, I'd have to agree. It is very glossy. It is slick. But, you know, it's not as slick as some of the detail sprays that have some more stouter protection. But it's nice. The wash experience, it was a good wash experience. The Decon soap did not strip the sealant that I have on this car. It has great foam. It did a good job cleaning off that heavier dirt and contamination on the car. And then as for the Incredible Suds, the Incredible Suds does have Incredible Suds, and we only used just a little over half an ounce, not even an ounce in our foam cannon. So it's very economical soap in terms of that, because we only used basically 1 ounce for the entire wash process, which that's insane. With 16 ounces, you're getting 16 washes with that. So that's good. It rinsed off really well. I was really happy with the rinse off. So yeah, we're gonna finish drying the surface of the car, and then we'll come back to do some glass cleaning and some tire shine. Okay guys, so the entire surface is done and we're gonna go into glass cleaning. So you guys know my favorite glass cleaner is Yum Glass, but Ivan sent me a crystal clear glass cleaner by DIY Detail. I've used it on a few details and it's good. It's a solid glass cleaner. It does not streak. I would liken this to Stoner's glass cleaner, because you know, it's just a glass cleaner. It's a great finisher. It doesn't have any optical clarifiers in it. It just, as you see, cleans surfaces streak free, and yeah, does a good job of doing it. So if you guys want a glass cleaner that isn't expensive, DIY Detail glass cleaner works great. Alright guys, so time to move on to dressing the tires. So I got 2 towels here. I got this darker green or blue towel to just go ahead and wipe the tires for any residual water on the surface, because I want the maximum durability that my tire dressing gives. So while it is a water-based dressing and it won't cause any problems if there's water on the tire, I just like it for longevity reasons. And we have this lighter blue towel that I'm going to go ahead and spray some of my detail spray on to just kind of finish off the wheel surface. You know, if there's any residue left behind from the wash process, that takes care of it. If there's any light water spotting, which there isn't, because you know, the sun has been going down, so it didn't bake any of the water onto the surface. But also it does add a little bit of gloss to the wheels and light protection on the wheels as well. So I always like doing that to, you know, finish drying the wheels. And time for tire shine. So we got Armor Detail Supply Tire Plus, and since it's a bigger tire, I like spraying the tire first and then 3 sprays into here and then dress them. So I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video and liked, you know, the different style of content, because usually I'll do, you know, separate review videos on products, or I do my 101 videos for learning how to detail. Alright guys, I'll be so for real, my camera battery like literally died as I was doing that other clip putting the tire dressing on, so I have no idea how much of what you heard from that process. But what I was saying is, you guys tell me some other tire dressings that I should try, because Armor Detail Supply Tire Plus is probably going to be really hard to beat because of its longevity and the look it gives. So I don't know. Nowadays with the detailing industry, all the chemicals and stuff are like almost splitting hairs at this point, because everybody is so innovative and competitive, which is what makes, you know, the detailing world right now so cool and awesome, because, you know, all the products are amazing. But as I was saying, that completes the detail and that completes today's video. We were able to test out the brand new incredible Suds Type 2, my bad, Take 2. I don't know, is it Type 2, Take 2, version 2? I don't know. We were able to use it today for our second foam and in our bucket wash, and as you can see, it did amazing. The paint is super glossy, extremely clean. The Decon soap and the APC did an amazing job removing all that mud and dirt from the wheel wells and from the rocker panels, and also from the little steps on the truck. It did amazing, it did awesome, and it also proves to you that pH isn't everything when it comes to cleaning, because even after using the high pH soap, which is a 12 by the way, which is pretty high alkalinity wise, the paint still has its hydrophobics remaining and protection remaining with the pan the organizer spray sealant. That also proves to you guys that the pan spray sealant is amazing, and it is back in stock at the House of Rags, so you guys can also go pick that up along with Incredible Suds version 2 right now by using code DPD10. It saves you 10% off. And yeah, so definitely check it out. Also, using the tonneau cover cleaner, you can see that the tonneau cover is completely black. It looks brand new. It's totally rejuvenated. The dust is off of it. The dirt is off of it. This car looks amazing. The glass looks amazing. Wheels looks amazing. Great job. And also, I love detailing when it's cooler outside and the sun is setting. It's just a nice process, and it was kind of fun to do that process with you guys today to show you what I do on a daily basis when I wash cars. I test new products, I take my time, and I enjoy myself, because that's what detailing is all about. It's all about the user experience, and it's all about, you know, just meditation, taking time to just relax. Obviously, when you're doing a business, you do have to work maybe a little quicker, but when you're just washing family cars, especially family cars that live with you, you know, you can take a little bit more time to just relax. And yeah, that's what detailing's for me. So anyway, guys, if you haven't already, make sure you hit like and subscribe so I know the types of videos to continue to do for you guys. And yeah, leave in the comments down below some video ideas you have, some products I should test, and also the tools and products you would like to see in the giveaway once we hit 1,000 subscribers. All right, guys, thank you all for being here. I'll see you in the next one.